Alright, in this section we're going to go for all the interesting lattice detail up on the top of the body. So first, let's grab our body, and I wanted to merge this piece into the rest of it. Right now it's still separate, but I think I'm happy with the position and the design now. So what I'm going to do is move this really as close as possible here. And also the other thing to make sure of is that these two need to be aligned at the top view, and they also need to be aligned at the bottom here. So with that all set up, you should be able to pick this thing and go Control B, add, and you should get something like this. If you're not getting this, you might have to just jiggle it around or move it around. Like if this is too far back, you might get something like that. That's not good. So try to just jiggle it around. Try to make it pretty close here. And you could even try to get rid of stuff, unnecessary stuff if you want. But it's not an exact science, so you kind of just got to jiggle it around and make it as close as possible. Maybe like this will have a higher chance of success. So now we just pick this, Control B, add. So that's what we're looking for. And we can delete this, any excess that's left over, like that. And then if there's anything that's, finicky like this, just pick 1, 2, 3, holding Shift. Make sure this is the last one, and then Control J will join them all together and make it nice and clean. So same thing here. Let's get this one, Control J onto the last one. So pick this one, Shift click the other one, Control J. Turn on my shortcut. Work. Oops. Shortcut viewer. Thank you, J&M. Okay. Anyway, this one and then this one, Control J. Alright, so I think this is all cleaned up. I can hold Alt, Shift Alt to pick that edge. And I could bevel it here. Let's see. Yeah, that could work. Alright. Trying to decide if I want to separate all this stuff too. Maybe I do. Alright, I'm gonna hit the question mark key next to my Shift key to isolate everything. And let me just go around and delete all of this extra stuff here. Just move this down. Get rid of these two with Control X. You can also press Y to disconnect it right there. Okay. Now this part here, I think actually comes in a little bit. So let's extrude that and move it in. Like that. And then also the top. Let me separate these two also with P. Or actually, no, I'll leave them for now. Alright, I'll grab this edge with Alt click. Shift space. I'm just going all the way across like that. And now, the cool thing is we can hit Control R. And we have some options here. So as we're dragging, we can press E to make it even on the side. Sort of like that. But actually that's not what I want either. I can pick one of these, Control Space, select Flat to grab the whole piece here. Shift D to duplicate it. Let's move it up a little bit. And then P to separate it. And now I'm going to inset this. So Alt Space will inset. Just give it a little bit like this. I'm not going to worry about that crisscross right now. So Alt click on the border here and delete all of that, and then I can fix that overlap here. This one just needs to be moved forwards a little bit, and I just want to check around and make sure everything's good here. You can also bevel these if you want. Now that we've got multi-object editing in 2.8, that's no big deal. You can edit two objects at the same time. You guys don't know how good you have it, you know? Back in my day, we didn't have no multi-object editing. We had to push our verts manually. Yeah. Alright. Like that, I think is good. Alright, and I just want to make sure that these are both overlapping like that, and also pushed all the way to the center. And then I'm going to go Control X to merge these all together. And back to verts mode. And I can see that there's a bunch of verts left over in the middle, which I don't want. So I'm going to select all those verts right here. Control X to get rid of them. That's a lot cleaner there. We're also getting a little bit of glitching here. I don't know if you can see it, but you could decide to use K to connect here, and that'll help that out probably. CK. Alright, good enough. So let's go to the top view, and now what we're going to do is start to draw in these lines, like these triangles here. And we could even turn on this little icon here, which lets us see both sides at the same time, at least the edges. So also there's a circle, another circle that happens here, so we need to add that in. I'll just pick this vert here, Shift A, and let's add a 32 side circle and put it right here. It's not directly in the center, it's kind of offset like this, which is fine. Alright, so this circle here, I'm going to extrude it, move it down a little bit, Control B, and subtract. So now we've cut a hole into our piece here. And everything that's solid here is going to be cut out from our body. So think of this all as a negative shape. We're creating the negative space here. So it's pretty cool how this works. You could, for example, just grab a couple edges like this, verts, sorry, and then J to join them. You could go like that if you wanted. 1, 2, J. Oops, J. But actually this design is a little bit more complicated. So there's a triangle here near the middle, and then near the front, in this area, what does it do? Kind of goes, I think I'm going to need the knife tool, so K, and I'll add it in maybe right here. Something like that, actually. Okay, so then these two I can bevel with B, and then delete those faces to make these bars here. Remember, this is the negative shape that we're creating here. We could even go to wireframe. Actually, no. And then let's see. So this shape here is going, oops, flat right about here. Actually, I can draw. You can also press C to lock the knife tool straight and to 45 degrees, like that. Then it goes across, like that. So these two are kind of aligned here. Let's see. So this one, I think, is something like this. And then it's like this. Like this. And then there's a triangle in here. So we could, say, duplicate those two verts, extrude them sideways, and once again, go like that. Oops. Oh, actually. I think it's something like this. Alright, and then this part here, we have to extrude this. F to, oops, should be F, Alt click F, and now Control B, subtract. Oh no. Let's try with bisect on. Damn it. Alright, let me try turning off clipping here. And let me also turn off the mirror for a second. F to fill this in, and let's move it over, and then subtract. There we go. You have to be in faces mode, and then you can subtract. Whew! Oh wait, no. Sorry, this is the part that I need to subtract. Or, shit, oh crap. I need to delete that. My bad. Bring this down. And what I really want is to pick this edge and Shift B to make a bridge there. Okay, great. So this is all positive space here. Or, I mean, negative shapes. So if I extrude that a little bit. You know, it would have been better to do this before the... Let me undo this. So once you're in 3D, it's much harder to move stuff around. So let me do it while we're still in 2D. You can do Control R and add a loop or add an extra vert to this by clicking on that edge. Control R and then click on that edge. So let's get these two aligned with Control Alt space side. B for bevel. And then F to fill that. Okay, all right. Whew, I hope this works. Let me save this for a second. Head cut. Okay, so here's another idea. Instead of thickening it ourselves, we can just use Solidify and thicken it with a modifier. That way we can keep it in 2D. That should be a little bit easier. Alright, so also we need to grab all this stuff here. Bevel. And this one too. Could turn the mirror back on here. And if you want this to snap in the middle, you just turn on clipping. You can also go Shift X and center clipping. That'll turn on or off the clipping. Okay. And oh yeah, I need one more thing. Let's pick this vert, Shift A, another 32 side. Let's put this in here. Right there. And I'm also going to say bisect on the mirror. Okay, let's see if this works. So I'll pick this and then this, Shift B, and live subtract. Ooh, alright, here we go. Now, these guys I don't want to be subtracted, so let me grab both of these and hit P to separate them. And then I can just kill all the modifiers. Well, I want to keep the mirror, but the other stuff I don't need. Alright, and we could even get this and be a little more fancy with it, like, let's see, let me turn off my center clipping, and let's try E for even. Oh, sorry, I was doing Shift G to slide it, and you need to turn off the clipping first for this to work, otherwise it's locked in the center. So Shift X, center clipping, Shift G for slide, and then E for even. Oops. You could also try bisect, which will cut the excess through the middle, because what I'm trying to do here is make this a little bit round. Probably just go like this and BS. And that'll give the cuts there a little bit of roundness from the top view. Let's see, front. Alright, and then question mark key to bring back all the rest of our stuff. Control B, toggle cutters. Not bad. Alright, and then we can also add in another solidify here, all the way at the end to give it some thickness. Yeah. All right. That's pretty exciting. So let's give this a little break here, and we'll get back to some more details in the next video.